Hello, 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 my cash stuffing buddies. This is Ellie and I'm on Earth, and we are going to be putting money into our Penny a Day Keeps the Debt Away Savings Challenge. So this little book came from All Things Kimberly. I just love it. It's so well made. I'll be able to use it forever. And we are working on December. And I had, from my utilities, I had $54.65 that was not used. So I over budgeted by $54.65. So we're putting it in here. It obviously wasn't very cold, and we didn't use as much electricity or water as I thought we were. So our water bill, though, I don't know how they do it, because it's always, the formula just seems to be different every single time you get a bill. But anyhow, so we got $54.65 minus 3.61. 3.6 minus 3.59 minus 3.58 minus 3.57 minus 3.56 minus 3.55 minus 3.54 minus 3.53 minus 3.52 minus 3.51 minus 3.5 minus 3.49 minus 3.48 minus 3.47 minus 3.46 minus 3.54 or 45 minus 3.44 minus 3.43, and that will give us 167 left. I don't know if that's right. 167. So hold on, I'm going to double check. Okay, good thing I double checked that, because I wasn't right. So I can go to here, and I still have $1.55 left. I had to double check that 3 times. I think I started to say that I usually prep this beforehand, and I was trying not to, because the day is just getting away from me. So I gotta find 155, which might be colored in. Oh, it's not, 155, okay. So that's a great chunk of December that's done. So that seems doable in the month of January or February. I'm not going to, this is the biggest month, because then we're going to go back to a penny, or that's going to be really simple. I only need $4.96. I'm sure I'm going to have that left over and change with my utilities. So yeah, so that's where I am in this book. And next we're going to, let me see if I can put that away, talk about the no spend. I have this on my community page. Sorry, I just kicked that light. And I am going to put this back up in my description for those of you that want to do no spend. So there's a binder size, and then there's an A5 size and an A6 size. And I think I'm going to be doing one of these two. I thought I was going to do this, but you know what? I just might end up doing that. And I know some of you wanted to play. Some of you haven't done this before and are a little nervous about it. So here's what I do. So I've been doing this probably for 8 years now, and I have always started in February, because February is the smallest month. But last year I did it January, February, and June. And January and February I planned for it, but June I just kind of on a whim decided to do it, and that was a lot harder for me because I didn't prep as much. So for me, I really take a good look at my budget, and I took a good look at the month to see like what's going on and what I need to spend money on. And then I budget for that, and then I just don't spend any money. So for me, I don't have any kids or anything to help with that last minute spending kind of thing. So for me, okay, our groceries. I have a stocked pantry and a stocked freezer. So The only thing I should have to buy is vegetables and dairy. So I'm going to try to keep my groceries as low as possible. I'm going to make that a game. And I'm going to clear out my emails to get rid of all those temptations of all the various sales that come up in January. So in the past, I have done a lot of things for charity where I have bought like clothes for kids when it's on clearance and stuff. And I have found that usually happens, the cheapest is usually in March. I don't know what it's going to be this year though. So, but we're just talking January here. So for Etsy, I do have $40 saved that I can spend on Etsy, but I don't want to spend that. So the only thing I can buy is clip art that I haven't seen before and I am ready to work with, because I have plenty of clip art to work with at the moment. But I am giving myself some of that because that's a business expense. And I can go out to dinner once with my hubby, and we can use a gift card. We have gift cards to several restaurants, and we should be good with that. We don't go out to eat as much as we used to. And I have 4 lunches or coffees with friends. 2 of those are meetings that I have scheduled, and they either do it for lunch or they do it at a coffee shop. I don't know where it's going to be for either one of those meetings yet. And then I do get it together with a friend a couple times a month. And I did not meet with her in December, so I had that savings that I can carry over to use for those lunches. And the only other thing I'm not really sure about, my husband's friends, college or high school friends, come into town periodically, and that's always a last minute thing. So I'm going to set some money aside for that. I mean, I could choose not to go, but I like going, and it's like I don't want to like not live my life because I'm trying to save in a savings challenge. So so I might put $40 or $50 aside for that. And then it goes to, I can only spend money on absolute necessary needs, not wants. I can keep a list of my wants, so when the month is over, if I want to buy them, I can. So if this is something new to you, you can just do this for a week. Maybe start with a weekend. Maybe I would suggest starting with a week just to see how it goes. But think about your week first and then plan it. And then it's just like with exercise or being on a diet. You just got to stick to it, and it's baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. And if you mess up and you move on. So I'm not sure what dollar amount I'm going to do for my no spend, and I'll do this online once a week also, so we can talk about what were temptations that came up or whatever. But I can be very, very disciplined, and I know there was one year where I did it 2 months back to back, and the only thing I bought was a dog pooper scooper because it's like mine broke, and I decided that was a necessity, but that was the only thing that was not in my budget that I spent. And that was also the year that I found a chair at Home Goods. And you know what, at Home Goods, you've got to buy stuff when you see it, especially the furniture. And I couldn't buy it. It was a no spend month, and I kind of have regretted that, but not really, not in the big scheme of things. I mean, I had a perfect spot for it, and it still would have fit there, but it is what it is, and I obviously don't really need it. So I would like to thank everybody for hanging out with me and subscribing. I am up to 800 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll ring the bell. That is a great way to start the new year. And speaking of New Year, one of the traditions from my maternal grandmother was to wash in silver. These are not silver coins. I couldn't find them before this video, but I do have some silver quarters that we wash with. So the very first time you wash either your face or your body, in the morning of the 1st, you wash in money. My kids have not embraced that tradition, and I I mean, they did it when they were little, but you know, now that they're out on their own, it's like, I know they don't do it, but it's still a little part of my grandma. So, what are some of the traditions you guys do? I mean, my grandma also had sauerkraut and pork. And I'm not a big sauerkraut eater. I'll eat it once in a while, but yeah, I don't know what we're having tomorrow. I'm probably having vegetable soup because that's one of my goals next year, is to eat more soup. And leave me what some of your traditions are. We're going out for a very early dinner with friends, and then we're just going to bed early. So I wish you guys all a safe and happy new year, and I will see you guys tomorrow, and leave your traditions down below. It'll be fun to read those. And again, thumbs up and a comment and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next year. Bye.